And welcome, everyone, once again to another edition of the Bart Curtis Show. I'm with the CEO of Tiger Football here, who is 4-0, Coach.
When things aren't going well, am I the CEO? If
Well-
they're going well, then it's somebody else's deal.
Well, Coach, 10-3 over Concord. Concord always plays us tough. We talked about how they defend us, and they do it very, very well. They showed it up once again here on Fisher Field. There's lots to talk about, really. Beside the game, we also had a very successful alumni night, I thought.
Really, really nice night, and a lot of work went into that. I know Mike Curtis organized it, reached out, got the our alumni base going, and turned it into a really nice night.
I had a lot of people that I, of course, was around and coached that came up through, even through the press box, and said, "Oh, this is really great that we're doing this." So I think it's a tradition that's going to grab on and be part of Tiger football here from here on out.
I think so too, and it was, some of the guys stayed after the game, and we're very appreciative of us putting that together. And I want to thank Cottage Watchman for being our official sponsor of the alumni night, and they sponsored the T-shirts that all our alumni got, and that was really
Absolutely.
really nice.
You bet. All right, Coach. Something was really nice. Also, was the score 10-3. The Tigers come out with a win. They are 4-0 on the season. So, give us your kind of synopsis of what happened Friday night.
It feels like we're coaching baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. 8-6. Extra innings, 10-3,
Right.
17-13, 10-3, 10-7 almost at halftime of the Plymouth game. So, we're still struggling in some areas, as you can see. That fortunately we're playing pretty darn good defense that is allowing for some growth and. Some maturity offensively. I've studied the game that we played Friday, and all the way around there were some really good things that we did. We just had way too many penalties. I thought talking to Mike and Brady, it's probably the best game our offensive line has played this year.
Yeah.
Coming off the ball, playing hard. We just, again, didn't take very good care of the football, and had 11 penalties, and 9 of those were false starts by either a fullback, a tackle, or a halfback.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes all 3.
Well, and there's the way that our kids are coached and the way we play football, we're taught to get off the football quickly.
We are, but there's
a fine line there.
Seems like the 2 words we say the most on Friday night and throughout the week are "hold your water," which means don't get off early and take care of the football.
Right.
Those are the 2 phrases that I continue to hear and say myself. And it kind of when you're worried about that.
Right.
On a consistent basis, it really kind of limits you what you feel like you can do offensively. We don't want to feel limited. We want to be able to open up what it is, our buffet, as far as our playbook on offense.
But it almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy too. I mean, you dwell on it so much that, oh my gosh, I might fumble or I might do that.
Right,
And
you don't want to plant negative thoughts in kids' heads, but they need to give me some assurance though that when I hear something come through the headsets that's a read play, that the thing's not going to be on the ground.
Right.
We don't want to have to say, hey, triple left, give.
Yeah.
And we did that several times the other night. Took the read out of the quarterback's hands. And, and he's coming.
He's a young quarterback.
He is. That isn't easy, but he's got 4 games under his belt, and that's not an easy thing to get under center there and have a bunch of guys across from you that want to rip your head off and then make split-second decisions. It's not an easy thing, but that's just how it is. If you're gonna take that responsibility, not just quarterback, but fullback and the offensive line.
Right.
We got to execute at a better level,
Yeah.
Dave. But, on a good note, we were successful. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we were successful. We came out on top Friday night.
Sure.
And, that's what we needed to have happen and wanted to have happen, and it did.
Yeah. Playing rock solid defense.
We're playing well defensively.
Right.
And, I don't want to dwell on the past. I know a year ago we've talked about this, that we had given up 7 points in 4 games a year ago.
Right.
This year we've given up 20, 26, 29
Right.
in 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, there was an 8-quarter stretch at this time last year where the wheels fell off, the fingers started pointing,
Right.
and 83 points later
Right.
against the opponent
Two
we're
quality
playing,
teams.
2 good teams, we're scratching our heads saying, Where'd that
What happened?
Where'd that 85 Bears defense go?
Right.
We're now the bad news Bears.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we keep things in perspective.
Sure.
Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Don't get too full of ourselves. And here's what always happens: about the time you start pointing a finger or thinking that, hey, we've got our side figured out.
Yeah.
Then the bottom drops out.
Sure.
So continue to take care of your job. Continue to play as hard and practice as hard as you possibly can, and good things will happen.
Absolutely. Well, and I think too, and with your years of coaching experience, that the worst thing that can happen, and I saw it at different levels where, one group points their fingers at the other, and you got to stop that immediately.
Yeah.
That can't go on.
No, we've got a situation where many of those kids are playing both sides of the ball.
Sure, that's true too.
And I know that last year there was a little of that, and like I said, it's easy to get full of yourself and full of what you're doing, and then at about the time that happens, every 24 hours the world turns over on a man that was
Right.
sitting on top of it the day
Right.
before. That's Sparky Anderson.
Is it okay?
So
Yeah.
keep the main thing. Don't worry about anything but what you need to do, how you can add value to our team and our program.
Absolutely.
And, great teammates make great teams. It isn't
Absolutely.
great athletes. It isn't great coaches. Great teammates make great teams.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, speaking of that, we got a great team that's coming into this park
We do.
in about a week. Northwood is a powerful team and powerful in many different ways. They got a lot of different weapons that they can hurt you with. They play good defense. They did run into a wall when Northridge came to. That was on Andrews Field, I believe, is where they played that.
It was in Napanee.
And that was, I considered that an upset that Northridge went in there and did that to Northwood.
I think anybody that saw it would have to agree
Right.
that looking at the 2 teams prior to the game,
Mm-hmm.
but on a Friday night in high school
High school
football
kids,
with
yeah.
15 to 18-year-old kids, the game isn't played in the newspapers.
Right.
The game isn't played on the internet. The game isn't played by Sager and
In a
ratings.
chat room or whatever.
It isn't. The
Right.
keyboard warriors can't save you if you go out there and you don't play at the level you're going to play.
Yeah.
Guarantee that Northwood is going to come to Fisher
wow.
Field Friday,
Fired up.
and they're going to play their best football to
bet.
date, and we also need to play our best
Yeah.
football to date.
Yeah, it's going to be a big cat battle. There's no
And
question
they've got,
about it.
and you mentioned some of the weapons they have. They do. They've got a lot of speed and a lot of skill. They've got a receiver going to Georgia.
Right.
They've got a running back / safety / receiver going to Michigan. So they are
And they got
really talented.
Yeah.
And
Great coaching staff.
Great coaching staff, and
you
a
know.
quarterback that can get it in the right places. So we're going to have our hands full all the way around.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, it's it's great to be 4-0, but the mantra around here is go 1-0, and certainly we're going to hope that everyone comes out to the ballpark on Friday night because we're going to need great fan support and just like you say, play our best game of the year, because I've been against Northwood for 40 years, and they will play you right to the wall. It doesn't make any difference.
And you mentioned they're well coached.
Absolutely.
They have great schemes. They have great personnel. And and here's the X factor: they play really, really hard.
Yes, they do.
And they're going to hit you. They're going to hit you when you have the ball. They're going to stretch you formationally and skill-wise to defend not just A gap or B gap, but sideline to sideline and
Sure.
goal line to goal line. You've got to be able to defend it all.
Right.
And it's what makes it, we say we want to come out and play our best game. To do that, Monday needs to be a great practice,
Right.
our best Monday practice. Tuesday needs to be a great Tuesday practice. You don't just, as you know, come out, hey, here we are, we're the Warsaw Tigers, or we're the Northwood Panthers, or
Right.
whoever. You don't just roll it out on Friday
No.
and say, hey, everything's going to fall into place. There's a lot that goes
Lot of
into
work.
that beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach, we're going to let you get to work. I know your staff is getting together there, or starting the planning session at late Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And we certainly wish you the best. We thank you for your time. And, we just, let's go 1-0 Friday night.
That's the plan. Go 1-0 every day.
You bet. All right, we'll be back with more, but first a word from our sponsors, N&J Auto Sales, and also Reinhold's Town Square Furniture.
Hello, this is Clay Johnson from N&J Auto Sales. For over 70 years, my family has been in the car business. We have sold thousands of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans over the years. We are known for quality, low-mileage vehicles and outstanding customer service. But here's something you might not know. We buy vehicles. Have a lease coming due? Stop by N&J. We can make you an offer on your existing lease and might even put some cash in your pocket. N&J Auto Sales, located at the corner of Detroit and Market Street in downtown Warsaw, where we sell and buy vehicles. Stop by and let's talk.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke.